bitches.
Hi, hello, and welcome back. Today is a Zodiac episode.
The Zodiac.
In this one, we're going to be talking about Aries. I have a very special Aries in my life. He's a pain in my ass sometimes, but we love him anyways. Anyways, Will is an Aries, and that is why I chose Aries, because I wanted to learn all about this, and he's rolling his eyes like... He doesn't believe in this stuff. Sometimes when we're like talking, he'll be like, you know how like crazy this person sounds like when they're talking about this? I was like, yeah, it sounds kind of crazy. He goes, this is sometimes how I feel about you when you're talking about things.
That's hilarious.
I was like, okay, that's fine. And he goes, but do you see why like I struggle with like, I need concrete evidence? And I was like, damn. That was fucking rude. It's probably the same fucking person that does it every day.
Right?
And I was like, yeah, I get it. But listen, like, this is different. And he goes, okay, here we go.
Brittany's was like, she listened to the Capricorn episode and she was like, that was spot fucking on. And I was like, right?
I'm going to say all of this, be like, this is Will. And then Will was going to be like, no, it's not. No, it's fucking not. Yes, it is, babe. Like, stop it.
Don't be in denial, Squilliam.
So unless he's never watched
the actual Nile. And then that might be kind of fun.
With the crocodiles. Side note, this is going to be two side notes. This is going to be a very kind of chaotic episode because I researched it like 2 weeks ago. And I haven't looked at it since because that's how I live my life.
Valid.
On the brink of chaos.
Not me. I don't live like that.
No.
Valid. It's great.
No, you do not. But also, other side note, Will never really watched SpongeBob growing up. Like, he... like,
so he's like, why does she keep calling me that?
Yeah! so I was sitting there, I was like, you know, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I really want, like, I hear SpongeBob made, like, an appearance with, like, Sweet Victory, and I want to know, like, what it was. And so, like, I'm talking about it, and I'm, like, being very animated, and I was like, look, you gotta see this. So I show him the original Sweet Victory from, like, the episode, and he was like, okay. And I was like, that's Squilliam. That's Squilliam. And he goes, is that why Brainy keeps calling me that? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that's where it's from? I was like, yeah, it's great because you didn't know where it's from. Because you didn't watch
that does make it like 1,000 times better.
I love it.
I'm a fucking child, Will. It's fine.
I'm over here, like, getting really excited over the Super Bowl just because of the possibility of SpongeBob being there. I was like, that's why it's on Nickelodeon.
Oh my
god. Anyways. Okay, so, anyways, Aries. Let's make your day.
Oh my god, yes, that's hilarious.
Okay, so anyways, Squilliam is an Aries. Aries dates are March 21st to April 19th. Will's birthday is the 22nd. Yay! And he's not gonna gaslight me into believing it's any other day, that fucker. It is March 22nd, 1991. I swear to God, every time I sit there, I'm like, yeah, your birthday's this. And he goes, is it? I sit there and I start second guessing myself. And I was like, is it? Is it not? Is it the 21st? No, it's the 23rd, isn't it? It's got to be the 23rd. Like, there's so many people in my life with the 23rd as a birthday. It's probably you too. And then he's like, fucker. And then I was right all along. But I'm sitting here second guessing myself. It's been 3 years and I still fucking second guess myself. It's in my phone. It's in my fucking phone. And I'm like, did I do this right the first time though? Like, to the core, shakes me up because I'm like, am I right? Like, I bought us a Valentine's Day gift and I haven't got it yet, but you're gonna be like, really, Emily, when when you get it? But like, it has our birth dates on it. No, not you guys.
Oh, I was like,
I don't know
what?
your guys' birthday, so I can't do it. But it's like a picture frame, and it's got our birthdays on it, and it's got our like moon cycles from the morning or like the day that we were born.
Oh, I've
Um,
seen that.
yeah, and it like you can put like a quote on there, and you can put mountains down at the bottom that lights up. So I did that for us. My quote is well, now that I say it, I'm sorry, my brain's buffering. To the stars is that the Akatar quote is what I put on there, like the whole
Okay.
quote. Because I was sitting there, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm not saying this because it's like an Akatar quote. Like it actually, like it to us, it not to us, but like he's got dreams and like I have
Right.
dreams and they're both being answered and like we're manifesting it. So like it's to me it's perfect quote for us. But anyways, so I got that for us and I'm sitting there and I asked him like 7 times. I was like, is this right? Is your birthday correct? And he goes, why do you need my birthday? And I was like, because I'm getting us a gift. Is this correct? And he goes, no, it's not. And I was like, it's not? Are you kidding me? And I'm like looking everything up and he goes, no, it's not right. I was like, then what is it? And he goes, you know what my birthday is? And I'm getting so pissed because no one's fucking answering me. But it's March 22nd, that bitch. Anyways, God, every time he does that shit to me, he's just loving it. And I get so frustrated.
Yeah.
Anyways, Aries dates
Sometimes I
are
can't
March
tell when
20th.
Brittany's serious.
Right. And I'm sitting here like, you're fucking with me, aren't you? And he goes, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yes, you are. Have some
Yeah, and then I start
animation
getting
in your
pissed
face.
off.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, you are. Have animation in your fucking face. And he goes, why? Like, I'm not joking. And I'm like, yes, you are. I know you are. And even on the times that he isn't like joking and he's being serious, I still accuse him of joking. And then I'm
Because
like,
they
you're
do it
gas.
all the time.
Yeah. And then I'm sitting here like, no, you're gaslighting me. Like, you're doing it. And he goes, I don't gaslight you. Yes, you fucking do. Like,
You're doing it right now.
yeah. And it's like, it's not like, I shouldn't say gaslight because people are probably gonna be like, oh, that's abuse. It's not,
No,
it's
it's
not making me
playful.
think of,
Yeah.
yeah, it's playful. I enjoy it. It also pisses me off. And that's probably why he enjoys it because it pisses me off. But I enjoy it because it's banter. Because I'm fucking psychotic with that. I like that stupid shit. Anyways.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
it's in his Zodiac. We'll find
Well,
out
we're about
today.
to find out.
So
I like
his
that
ruling
you
planet.
researched this and you don't know.
I just told you I did this 2 weeks ago.
You know what's funny about that though is that just proves our mental illness because I do the same thing where like I'll research something or read something and then it goes out of my head. It's gone. I
Yeah.
don't remember. And
Like
then I
I'll
look back over
remember
my
it for
notes and
like
I'm like,
20 minutes.
oh
Yes. I remember it for like 20 minutes after like I've read it and like thought about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna highlight this. This is what I want to say. And then I'm sitting here like, huh? What was the thought that I had
yeah.
behind this? Like, why did I think about this? Like, that's why when I write my notes for like the books, I have to write out full fucking sentences. I can't
Yes, me
shorthand
too.
it. If I shorthand it, I forget. And I'm like, what
You're
did
like,
I
what the
want
fuck was
here?
I talking about?
Yeah. No. Like, I need to have paragraph this, line 2, like,
That's why
whatever,
I
like,
started
2.
highlighting.
Yeah. To
Because
get,
I was like, if I don't highlight it,
I
I'm
sit
not going to
here and
remember
like
what the
read.
fuck I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, anyways. So Aries' ruling planet is Mars, the red planet. I'm about to call it the red dwarf.
I heard that.
It's definitely not that. Their body part is known for their head. Not known for their head, but like their ruling body part is the head.
That makes a
Probably
lot of
because,
sense.
right, like very, I feel like they're very analytical. They're not very,
Strategic.
yeah. Um, their symbol is the ram. So whenever you do see a ram when it's talking about the zodiac, that is the Aries. They are the first house of the zodiac, which is so weird. Like,
Yeah, I
why
don't.
in the middle of the, not even the middle of
Something
the
with the
year,
way
but
that the
the
stars are.
stars
I don't know.
aligned? Yeah. But Because they are the first house, they are actually the cardinal. Their element is fire, but like they're the cardinal. They're a cardinal house, and I honestly never really realized what cardinal, like the mode, meant. I was like, what the fuck does this mean? Why are certain ones this and others not? But cardinal signs are literally the first signs of their like thing. So Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are all cardinal signs, Aries included. They're referred to as the leaders, the trendsetters, and the idea people of the zodiac, which is so funny because Will's over here like, here's a good idea for your podcast. Oh, I need to tell my boss about this great idea. And he's over here with all the fucking good ideas, and I'm sitting here like fucking stupid ass. Like,
right?
Like my brain buffers at 58 minutes a day. And he's over here
we're
like
the creative ones.
Yeah, and he's bouncing off all these fucking things. And he goes, oh, if you did this, this would be so cool. Oh, how about you try this, doing this instead? And I'm like, that's great. I'm going to tell Brandy, you need to text her because I have no idea what you fucking said. Yeah, like, how about you text this to Brandy? Because I don't know. Anyways, they're visionaries. They're able to tolerate new beginnings and change and are able to make things happen out of thin air. Will doesn't really like a lot of change. Like, he likes it, but he doesn't like it. It's, I think, that like new anxiety kind of thing, but he enjoys it. Their colors are red and mustard. They're hot dogs. Their mantra is I am. So if you are an Aries or you have Aries in your chart somewhere, that's your mantra, or part of it at least. Their tarot card is the Emperor. So that's a brief little overview of them. So again, they are the first signs of the zodiac. So those born under there see themselves as first. They are leaders of the pack. They are first in line to get things going. Now, they might not get everything done and complete those things, but they are the people who start the ideas and the plans. Get it started and get the ball rolling, basically. And most Aries prefer to initiate rather than complete. They like to get the ideas started and then like have everybody else start making it work and do all of that. And it's like if you need help kickstarting a project, call an Aries because they will get you started for you. Aries have a natural ability to be leaders. It's very like they have the most impressive leadership abilities. They can really rally troops against, those odds. And they just have like that kind of magnetism to it. Magnetism. There we go. So because they are first, because they are visionaries, they don't shy away from new things. They like to explore and learn new things, and they don't have any anxiety around that. They are the pioneers, so that's why they're very, I wouldn't say like adventurous, but they're very roamy around kind of thing. They are fearless in trekking into the unknown, and they often meet wins for the day. They are a bundle of energy and dynamism. So they are, they like to lead people along with charm and charisma, and, get the day started with all of its pure bliss kind of thing. So Aries symbolism and myth. Aries symbol is the ram. So it's named for the stellar constellation from the old world that was named after the ram. It goes back to the Babylonian times when it was associated with agriculture and the god of shepherds. So it is kind of like the dawning of spring, when the herds would come home to the pastures and like things would start to plant. So the ram seems very fitting for the first of the spring kind of zodiac. In Egypt astronomy, the ram's association actually continued through the sun god Amon-Ra. He had a human form, but a ram's head. So Amon-Ra ruled over fertility and creativity, vital forces that set spring and regeneration into motion. In the Greek mythology, though, the ram saved Phrixus and Helle, whose golden fleece became the prize in the story of Jason and the Argonauts. The name Aries is actually derived from Ares, the Greek god of war. It doesn't say much on, like, if Aries is similar to the Zodiac Aries or whatever, but I know that Aries is the Greek equivalent to Mars, and Mars is the Roman god of war, and Mars is the ruling planet for Aries. Let's see. Yeah. So in the Western tropical zodiac, Aries season begins with the vernal equinox. So it represents the yearly rebirth of the sun in the northern hemisphere. So springtime. Again, it begins on the March 21st, and Aries seasons end on April 19th. The archetype is bursting with youthful enthusiasm linked to the vital force of life reawakening after the long winter, which is probably very similar to like the pioneers of new things and like starting new ideas because of that enthusiasm and the, you know, quote unquote life force reawakening. Yeah, so it's a cardinal mode, which means it's just the first. And again, I didn't realize what that meant. So like fixed is, so each season has obviously like a specific mode. So cardinal's always the first one. So the first of each season or whatever is going to be, that is a cardinal one. The middle or whatever is like the fixed, I think. And then the very last one is something. But I didn't realize that. I thought that there was just like cardinal meant this or fixed meant that. Like it had nothing to do with that. It's literally just like it's smack dab in the middle. It does not move. Fixed kind of like, but cardinal always means first. So like I didn't realize that in all of my research of all of this. I was just like, yeah, cardinal means this, it's that, and I fucking know. So that was cool to find out about. So the element is fire. It is the lightest and brightest element. It was thought by ancient astrologers to be akin to the divine light of the stars and vital life-giving rays of the sun. So that's probably why fire signs are known for like springtime, basically. Because of that giving rays of light or whatever. The ram's affinity for inspiration, impulsivity, and assertiveness are kindled in the fire element too. So that also is partially why it's a fire element. It does have planetary rulership. So Mars in classical astrology is the planetary ruler of both Aries and Scorpio. Aries was thought to be the day and the diurnal home of Mars, while Mars found a nocturnal home in the brooding and secretive Scorpio. So Mars has full affinity and potency in the warrior archetype of this sign, being able to be as primal, combative, and fearless of a planetary force as it likes to be. Mars in Aries is found in the charts of courageous, often athletic people that have deep reserves of power and martial courage when needed. The exaltation of the sun. I don't fucking know what this means. In the ancient birth chart of the world, Cancer was rising, positioning Aries on the mid-heaven of the chart. This is the place where the sun culminates in the sky at midday and in its full power, so like noon. As a result, the sun is said to be exalted in Aries, giving it a special potency, and those born with the sun in this sign tend to radiate bold confidence in life. Will don't give a fuck what people think about him, so there's that confidence. Detriment of Venus. Aries is in the polarity with the cardinal air sign Libra. So ruled by Mars, Aries likes to confront and conquer, where Libra likes which is ruled by Venus, likes to connect and keep the peace. Venus, when in the opposite sign of her preferred home, is said to be in the detriment or at sort of disadvantage. So if you have Aries in your Venus kind of area, then you're at a disadvantage in a way. So if the planetary goddess of love, luxury, and attraction having to stay in a military tent with only weapons and war rations as her supplies to make a life, with this sign placement, Venus would have to compensate, presenting those born with Venus in Aries as people who would need to maintain autonomy and individuality. So it just makes you, I guess, more resourceful if you have Venus, Aries, planetary signs. The fall of Saturn. In classical astrology, Saturn is the planet of duty and discipline, and it's thought to be exalted in Libra, whose fair, just, and peaceful qualities blend well with Saturn's stoic, discerning nature. When Saturn is found in this sign, the sign opposite from its exaltation, it is said to be in its fall, another kind of disadvantage. I got indigestion. Another kind of disadvantageous placement. This can present in the lives of those with Saturn and Aries in their birth charts as people who tend to be impulsive and restless when it comes to expressing the Saturnian qualities of perseverance and patience. A theme of learning to trust elders and deferring authority may emerge in their lives as well. So Aries has 2 houses for rulership. So it's the first house, and it's also the 6th house. So in modern astrology with the first house, the 12-letter alphabet, each zodiac sign rules one of the 12 houses in the birth chart. This innovation was created by psychological astrologers to match sign affinities to related house topics. Aries was assigned the first house of identity since its bold initiatory energy was similar to the way that the first house in the birth chart indicates how a person will present themselves in the world. And for the 6th house, it says that Aries planetary ruler Mars was found his joy in the house of bad fortune, health, and service of the birth chart. So this is related to Mars classically being considered one of the more difficult or malefic planets in astrology, responsible for conflicts, violence, injuries in the life of the native when badly placed. So the 6th house has a connection to health challenges and hard luck. Mars is able to joyfully express its more unwelcome offerings here, or at least has a leg up on being extra Marsy and powerful. Aries characteristics. So with their personality, their traits are derived from its active masculine and yang qualities, making this sign oriented towards assertive engagement with the outer world. Alive in both an Aries woman or Aries man, those born with the god of war on their rising sun or moon sign have initiatory energy in their core personality, like the power of rebirth in spring. As a cardinal sign, the ram holds the qualities of leadership. So they are great at pioneering projects and taking the front line and strategies. They're thought of as the first responders of the zodiac, with that will fearlessly and impulsively spring into action when needed. They react immediately and they thrive in crisis or challenges. They are also ruled by Mars, so it's the planet of war. They are always battle ready, which is important in emergencies where swift action is needed, but it can be intense in day-to-day life when the stakes are not necessarily that high. Their strengths are that they will always be ready to take action, and they will tend to be direct when it comes to expressing themselves. You never have to guess where you have to go with these people. They will always tell you where they want to go, where they are, always. They do not tend to hold a grudge. They prefer to air out indifference quickly and move on with their life. Which is really weird because Will does that too. He'll be like, yeah, I know they did this to you, and I know it's not great and it hurts, but that's just kind of where like they are in life, and that's where you are in life, and that's just something that you like deal with. And he didn't say it like bluntly like that. He said it differently, but he says that shit to me all the time, and I'm just like, I know.
I know Brittany
But
always
I
tries to
can't.
logic me. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like, I know,
I'm
but I
just
can't
mad
think
right
about
now.
that.
I don't want to be
I know.
logicked right now.
I was like, I know this happened. I know there's history, but but so Aries may feel fear, but they learn to act against it anyway. So despite any anxiety or fear that they might have in their actions, they're going to go with it regardless. They overcome their limiting beliefs and self-doubt, and regardless of if they succeed or not, they still follow through with it. They also are a great friend to you because they can advocate for you, defend you, and face any hard conversations on your behalf to help protect, encourage, and empower you. So they are a great person to have when you have like that low self-esteem. They do have weaknesses, like everyone does. Some people don't like calling it weaknesses. Some people would like to refer it to as blind spots, though. Because of their assertiveness and their like no bullshit kind of attitude, they can come across as very harsh, blunt, or even cruel if they're not managing their stress levels well. They also value quick decisions and they act on their gut impulses. So they have trouble being patient or being like that team player because like things aren't working fast enough. You know, it's really funny with Will. I'll sit there and I'll be talking and I'm not talking fast enough and his brain's just not computing and he needs me to talk faster, but I can't talk faster. And he, what is it? When I'm like feeling down or out or something like that, and he's trying to help me out and like be logical about it, sometimes he's being blunt as shit. And to me, it sounds harsh and like he's being an asshole. And I'm like, I get mad at him. I'm like, why are you saying it like that? And he goes, because that's the truth. Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then, like, when I start thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I know he wasn't mean. And then, like, he apologizes for, like, the way he says it. And then he says it a different way. And then it makes me feel better. But then I feel bad. So.
No, I get that. I get all of that.
I'm like, okay, well, sorry. Anyway, so communication is probably one of their biggest challenges for all of the RAM, because they are already out the door by the time the conversation is getting started. They like to start it, they like to continue it, but then after it hits a certain point, they're ready to go. They're ready to move on to the next thing in life. They can benefit from listening to others. They may not enjoy hearing, recommendations or that advice because they like to learn from direct experience. So it's not like they're not receptive to what you're saying. They just want to deal with it first. They want to like see how it goes because it could be, their reaction to something might not be what you experienced. This could be a strength in the right circumstances, but it could also be a very bad weakness in others. So it can lead to self-destructive behaviors and that could start affecting others as well. So take that with a, grain of salt. So because of the Ram's sense of purpose and, asserting their individual expression and self-identity, that's why their mantra is I am. So it's very uplifting in a way. It doesn't matter where you have Aries. If you have it in your birth chart, you can always look to Aries rules to find that specific area of life and how we approach that realm in like a specific way. If you have Aries in any of your work chart part or anything like that, or if you have it as your sun sign, you are well suited for professions where you work alone, you take risks, or advocate for yourself. Their careers need to have some dynamic of danger, thrill, competition, or urgency to be fulfilling. This could be signs like training and competing in martial arts, law enforcement, firefighting, paramedic or emergency medicine, race car driving, professional sports, stunt doubling, acting in action movies. They like taking risks and getting to the heart of the matter. So like they could be a foreign correspondent in journalism, taking them on site in unstable conditions to report them political changes in other countries, those kinds of things. A lot of people say that they are very good with military, what's the word? Strategy. Will's very good at strategy, and it really pisses me off because I'll be sitting there like ready to do something head on, and he'll be like, no, we got to do it this way. This is the best way to do it. And I'm like, I want to do it this way. And he goes, okay, whatever. And then we do it my way, and we fail epically, and then we do it his way, and then it's great. And I just get really pissed off. Whatever. So anything military strategy based kind of things would be good for them. Will does not any of those. He works in IT, but he also works with projects. So that competition of being not the best at his company, but like being like making his company be one of the best. And, you know, the thrill of getting things fixed is probably somewhere up in there. So their compatibility with people. Fire signs will have great affinity with their other fire signs because they understand each other's impulsive and spontaneous natures. So Leo and Sagittarius would be great options for fire signs. They have easy partnership in life challenges. Only difficulties that could arise would be if they don't have the common battle as they turn on each other to debate, compete, or fight. Air signs bring natural complementary energy to Aries as air feeds fire, stroking it to grow and become more alive. So Gemini and moi bring playfulness, social ability, and curiosity to the sign's sense of adventure. And you know what? I keep Will on his toes because I'm fucking weird. So that's how we do it. Let's see. So water signs, they have the biggest challenge when relating to Aries because they bring vulnerability and emotional intelligence to help cool and counterbalance the Aries' brash and reactive tendencies. So it depends on what you are. So like if you're Cancer, you bring your nurturing individuality, but like your cardinal individuality to the relationship. But Pisces may be too sensitive and private to fully relax with Aries. Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, so that can bring some, you know, fire into the relationship, but there is also potential for power struggles and emotional triggers between the two signs. Earth signs help stabilize Aries' impulsiveness. So like the authoritative cardinal earth sign for Capricorn help them stand their ground when Aries temper flares. Taurus may not want to change their pace to suit impatient Aries, and Virgo may be too detailed focused to fully appreciate Aries' affinity for chaos, which is why I think Will works so well with me because I am chaos. There we go. Aries health. So in classical medicine, Aries was is associated with the choleric temperament, which was thought to be hot and dry and connected to the production of digestive bile. So this temperament provides these folks with a fast metabolism and a tendency to run hot, both physically and emotionally. They may present with an athletic body, high metabolism, and flushed skin and vulnerability to dehydration. Do I have Aries in my chart because I don't have an athletic body or high metabolism, but I do have flushed skin and I am always dehydrated. So I'll have to check that out.
You have to get your whole chart.
Yeah. In classical medicine, in terms of body parts, Aries rules over the head, eyes, and upper vertebrae of the spine because they are a hot person. That is where the term hot-headedness can come from. So if you're an Aries and you're kind of hot-headed because of your head, eyes, and upper vertebrae being ruled by Aries, so the steam it gets to you. And that's how you get easily angered or frustrated from, you know, stress. They are also vulnerable to chronic headaches that cause pressure behind the eyes. and they can also be prone to injuries of the neck, skull, and face. So, wear your helmet when you are doing things that could damage your everything. Aries has 3 allies in the herbal medicine area. It's stingy nettles, aloe vera, and peppermint. Peppermint helps cool things down for the hot-headed Aries. Aloe vera is a cooling to skin inflammation, so it's good for like that cooling effect, just like the peppermint. And stingy nettles have a blood cleansing, nourishing, and anti-inflammatory effect that can be good for Aries health imbalances. So those 3 things can really help Aries in different areas of life. So the 3 deacons of Aries. So the first 30-degree slice of Aries. Ouch. Let's see. Is Mars. So from 0 to 9, it is ruled by Mars. The second one is the Sun. So from 10 degrees 10 through 19 of Aries is ruled by the Sun. And the third one, so 20 through 29, is Venus. So the hot-headedness tends to be softened by Venus. They have a lot of minor arcana when it comes to tarot cards, but I'll just name them off. I'm not going to like talk about them. But for minor arcana, it's 2, 3, and 4 of wands. Or rods, whichever one you want to call it. It's basically, it's associated with the element of fire. So each one is associated with the initiation of projects and the process of finding inspiration and giving that courage in our spiritual and creative endeavors. So that's what the 2, 3, and 4 of wands represent. Now, the major arcana is the Emperor. And the Emperor card number is number 4. This card depicts a warrior king who is seated on a throne decorated by the ram's head. This card tends to signify joining forces with a strong ally in challenges, facing a strong adversary, as well as moments in life when we need to call on the fearlessness of to calm the personal authority of the Emperor to assert ourselves. So it's just something that kind of helps you be very confident in yourself, I guess. But yeah, and so as an Aries, you're ruled by fire. Your ruling planet is Mars, which is the planet of anger, passion, sex, and war. So that's just a little bit about it, about Aries and its mantra and all the fun little things to learn about it.
Interesting. I really like this series.
Yeah, it's fun because then you can learn about a lot of stuff that you never once thought about.
Yeah.
Because I meant to do famous Aries. I didn't do that. I do like the series because like the little schoolgirl thing, it takes your zodiac and then like your partner's zodiac and like looks at the compatibility, and like that's really as far as it goes. But like with this, you can actually like look at it. Some famous Aries are Lady Gaga, Elton John, Reese Witherspoon, Mariah Carey. I just think she's so much of a diva.
But she's very Aries.
Oh, fuck yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., Eddie Murphy, Jessica Chastain, Diana Ross, Emma Watson. Bless. Kourtney Kardashian, Paul Rudd, Alec Baldwin, Chance the Rapper, Keira Knightley, Jim Parsons, Chaka Khan, Celine Dion, Big Sean, Jackie Chan, Owen McGregor, Halle Berry, Kristen Stewart, Jonathan Van Ness. Man, he is flaunting everything in his Aries power, that's for sure. I think I skipped over Sarah Jessica Parker, but yeah, those are some famous ones. There are a few others that I found. Halle Berry, America Ferrera, Pedro Pascal, Lil Nas X. Oh, I love him. Sadie
I
Sink.
can very much see that as well. Very much. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck what you think about me. Like,
Oh, with his Montero music video.
yeah.
Oh, I love that music video. That was
You
so
know
good.
who I'm surprised isn't an Aries? Sam
Huh.
Smith.
True.
I guess he
Ooh,
might be.
Blackpink's Lisa is an Aries. Oh, love her.
I love
Uh,
Blackpink.
oh my god, yeah. If I could choose any Korean, listen, I listened to K-pop in college and I really liked K-pop back
I did
then,
too.
but I just stopped listening to it because like I listened to the same songs over and over again and I was just like, all right, I need a new like thing. And I just didn't pay attention. And I liked a lot of BTS's songs.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay attention to them a lot. And then they started popping up more on like my Facebook feed. And I was like, oh, they had some really good songs. And so not recently, within like the last couple of years. So then I started listening to like their songs more often. And I was like, man, this is some fucking jam. And they're just cool. Like I love them. I love like their idea behind everything. And then like Blackpink kind of not had everything handed to them, but like you could just tell like the different dynamics between like girl power and like started from the bottom, now we're here, of like BTS kind of like life. And now I'm starting to become like a Stray Kids fan and I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Anyways, I love them.
Also Sam Smith, it makes a lot more sense. Actually, he's a Taurus, which we'll get
I
into
was gonna say he's a
on the
little
birthday.
stubborn. Yeah. Anya Taylor Joy, Simu Liu or Lee or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Ellie Fanning, Saoirse Ronan, Victoria Beckham, Randall Park, Lauren Gray, which she's got some good music too. Rooney Mara, Sophia Carson, Leslie Mann, Peyton List. Damn, there's a lot of them. Jennifer Garner, Liza Koshy. She's not really a celebrity, but she is
Liza Koshy, she is now. She was
now
like
she
a
is.
YouTuber or a TikToker,
Yeah,
and now she's
she
like
was
in
a
movies and
Vine
shit.
star. Vine star, that's
That's
what it
it.
is.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then she like, when Vine went away, like
She moved to
over to like
TikTok and YouTube,
TikTok
yeah.
and Instagram Reels and
Reba McEntire, Sky Jackson.
That makes a lot of sense. If you think about Reba's music, she's got a lot of
Right?
like "fuck you" music. Like,
Yeah. Chloe Zhao, which is the first woman of color to win the Best Director Oscar. So that's cool.
leaders.
Right? Brenda Song, Haley Kiyoko, Sterling K. Brown, which is a This Is Us character. Pharrell, Cynthia Nixon, Jamie Chung. Ew, Logan Paul. Ugh.
Ugh.
I hate him. He's such a dick.
Wasn't everybody?
Anyways, that ruined the rest of the celebrities, so wonderful. We get to end on that.
The Aries are like, we don't fucking claim him.
He's a fucking dick. Anyways, so yeah, that's all about the Aries. So take a look at your chart and see if you have Aries in there, or even if you are a rising Aries, or like a Sun Aries. See what you are. I wonder, do I have Aries on mine? Yes, I do.
Of course you do.
I have Aries in my Venus. So Venus determines how and what you love. It indicates how you express affection and the qualities you're attracted to.
Oh my god, that makes so fucking much sense to you.
Your Venus is in Aries, meaning your romantic side is enthusiastic, impulsive, and direct. You fall in love quickly and out of love just as fast. You tend to be forthright and direct with your crushes, even if you haven't confessed. You make a lot of inside jokes, touch them a lot, and maintain eye contact. Your alternative.
I was just saying, I feel like you gently bully the people you love, and that is so you.
I do. I do. You alternate between seeming demanding and disinterested in the relationship. It's in your second house, meaning for you, love is often expressed in money and material possessions. That's probably why I love gift giving and why I love receiving gifts instead of words of affirmation. Like, Will be like, "Oh, look at your beautiful mom today," talking to one of the kids, and I'm like, "Yeah,
Stop
no,
it.
please stop." And I'll sit there and I'll start like hiding, like I'll put the blanket up over my face, like. But then Will's like, "Here, I bought you food." I'm like, "Thanks so much."
Mine is definitely acts of service. Like, I came home the other day. It was last week, and I was super overwhelmed, and like there just was a lot going on. And we clean on Friday nights and like get takeout. And I got home, and Brittany had done like the whole cleaning list, and I was like, like,
right? Yo, I think that would be so cool to like talk about, like,
love
like take a
languages.
test. Yeah, take a test and find out what your love languages is and then like
Oh, I know
discuss
what
it.
mine are. We've done that.
All right, that'd be so fun. But
I
anyways,
like it.
yeah, so that's Aries. Do you have Aries in your chart?
I don't think so. I'd have to get it. I don't. Does this moon or whatever CoStar app tell me that?
Yeah, because that's where I found mine.
Chart. Aries is in Mercury.
Ooh, what does that mean? Mercury is very analytical.
Mercury determines how you communicate, talk, think, and process information. It also indicates how
Very
you learn.
direct.
It is the mind's planet. Your Mercury is in Aries, meaning your intellect is quick, independent, impatient, energetic, and direct. You think fast and start conversations with enthusiasm. You're likely to yell. It's in
Yes.
your third house, meaning you are curious about and inclined to analyze how you communicate, whether you really understand something, and all the things you don't know.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Ravenclaw.
Makes sense. So, anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.